Hey guys, what's going on? It is a fabulous day outside. It's just past 5 o'clock and I am going to start doing some more Uber Eats deliveries. Since I really believe Uber Eats is a great way to earn income during this time, I'm wanting to make these videos for you guys to show you how much money you can earn driving for Uber Eats, especially if you are out of a job right now or maybe have less hours. So it's a Friday, which generally are great days to deliver. And on top of that, restaurants are closed because of everything going on in the world, except for drive-through and deliveries. So, in this video, we're just gonna deliver on a Friday evening and see how much we can earn driving for Uber Eats. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name's John Moore, and on this channel, I am helping people create a better financial future by sharing ways to earn, save, and invest their money. Now, that being said, I'm not a financial expert or a financial advisor. I'm just a normal guy on a journey, and I'm taking you guys along and showing you what I'm doing to improve my finances so that hopefully you can improve yours as well. If you enjoy that type of content and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when future videos come out. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and share this video with a friend who would also like to earn some extra money. Today's video, I wanted to just do kind of a delivery by delivery rundown and let you guys know how the deliveries go, different things that factor into those deliveries, and just kind of give you an inside look at what is like as a delivery driver for Uber Eats, and especially on a Friday night. That being said, I've already got 3 deliveries and finished those because when I first started recording, I got my delivery and then they just kept coming. So I'll break those down for you here in a minute. But in my previous 2 videos, the first time I made $24.99, the second time I made $26.66 an hour. So in this video, we're going to try and break that record and make the most we've ever made per hour, see if it's possible on a Friday night. So stay tuned to the end of the video, which is where we'll break down our earnings, we'll deduct for our gas, and let you guys know how much we make total of the hours we spend. So I started driving at 5:08. It's about 6:05 right now, so almost an hour, 3 deliveries. We'll see how many more deliveries we can get over the next 3 hours, because I think that's about the time frame I delivered in both other times. So we're going to do 4 hours and see how much we can earn per hour. So the first delivery I got was from Qdoba Mexican restaurant, which is about a 6-minute drive from my house. So I drove there, and then that delivery took me, I think it was closer to 20 minutes on that delivery. Then as I was finishing up that delivery, or actually as I was turning in to deliver it, I got a second order, and that order was from Subway Restaurants, which was actually right like down the road from where I was delivering. So I picked that up. The delivery distance from there was only another 5 minutes. As I was delivering that order, walking out of the apartment building, I got a third order, and that order was from a local restaurant called Smiling Moose Deli. So overall, 3 orders so far in the first hour, and my app isn't working correctly, so I don't know exactly how much I made on the last delivery. And then obviously you have to wait till tips. That's why I'm going to sum it all up at the end of the video and let you know how much I make total. Uber Eats right now is running a 1.4 times bonus, which just adds on a little extra money onto the delivery. And I've missed screenshots of the past deliveries because I keep forgetting, but the next delivery I get, I'm going to try and screenshot it so I can kind of break down the numbers for you and show you what all you can see before picking up a delivery and what helps you to make a choice on if you should do that delivery or not. As I mentioned in my last video, a lot of times what happens is I'll just keep getting deliveries, and so I don't really pay too close of attention unless I can tell there's a big discrepancy in the time it's going to take me to do the delivery. Then I might not take it, but usually I just pick them up because it just gives me a better time working without any stops. And it is getting kind of warm in here, actually. Today is one of the warmest days we've had this year. I actually turned on my AC a little while ago, but I've been opening my window, so we're just gonna wait for our next order here. I'll probably drive back towards some of the restaurants, and I'll let you guys know when I get one. All right, guys, so I just got another delivery, which I'll pop up on the screen here. And the restaurant is actually pretty far away, but the delivery distance, as you can see from the screenshot, is only 2 minutes away from the restaurant. So it's about almost $9 for the fee, so I'm gonna do it. All right, guys, so that delivery took me just around 15 minutes, and actually I missed my turn when I was recording the last clip, so it took me a little longer than it should have. Not too much longer. I was able to get back on track pretty quickly. But yeah, 15 minutes from when I picked up the order to arriving at the restaurant and delivering it to the customer. So not that bad at all. And I'm currently waiting on any other deliveries. I'm gonna head back towards that direction. But in the meantime, if you are interested in signing up for Uber Eats as a delivery driver, I'm gonna put a link down below in the description. That is my personal referral link, and if you complete the requirements, I can get a bonus and you can as well. It differs depending on your city, so just go down there, sign up, and get started with that. If you're wondering how I track my miles, there's an app called Stride that I've mentioned before. I'll also link that below, and I think I get $5 if you sign up for that as well. But that's an app I use to track how much time it takes me, the miles, and also for tax purposes, it's important to have that app installed. It is a super beautiful day out today, and normally on days like this, delivery isn't always the greatest, but with what's going on in the world right now, I think a lot of people are just ordering in anyways, because instead of going and picking it up yourself, might as well have it delivered, right? But there are quite a few people out walking their dogs or on bikes and stuff around, so it's definitely warming up, and that affects deliveries a little bit, but we'll see how many more deliveries we can get tonight. As a delivery driver for Uber Eats or any service, it's always important to stay sanitary and clean, and especially during this time. So I have a bottle of hand sanitizer here in the car. I try to use that after I go into the restaurant, or before I go into the restaurant and pick up the food, and then sometimes in between, and then after I deliver the food, just to make sure I'm staying clean for my own safety and for the safety of my customers and the people at restaurants that I'm picking up food from. So we got another order, guys. This one's at Scoop and Dough. It's an ice cream place here in town. And I wasn't really able to look at the order before picking it up because there was a police behind me and I didn't want to be fidgeting on my phone. So I was able to take a screenshot, and then I just picked up the order. So off we go. Order number 5 today, I think? 5. Guys, this is a place I've never delivered from before, but I've actually delivered to employees here. But we are downtown Fargo, and it is dead for a Friday night. So pickup and first delivery there took me 22 minutes, and the next delivery in this batch is actually in Moorhead, Minnesota, which is 6 minutes away. So we'll see how long it takes. So that delivery took us a total of 30 minutes. So it was a little long for a delivery, but hey, I'm glad to have deliveries. And as you can see, the sun is still shining bright. It's 7:08, so we've been at this for 2 hours, and we're gonna be at it for 2 more, see how much we can earn. Now I have to drive back to Fargo. It's about a 10-minute drive to get back near restaurants, but hopefully I'll get an order in that time. And just like that, guys, as I was getting on the interstate, I got another order, this time at Panda Express, and it's in the direction I was headed in anyways. So that's the thing about Uber Eats and a lot of the delivery services. The app is sort of automated in how it chooses drivers. A lot of times it chooses based on your route or how close you are to the restaurant. I don't know exactly how it works, but I do know that sometimes, depending on where you're at, you might not be getting orders simply because you might be too far from places. But when they saw that I was getting back towards the highway, I got an order at a restaurant. So always keep stuff like that in mind when you're delivering. Try and be near restaurants, and especially if you have an idea of where the restaurants that get the most deliveries are, at least stay in that area. The good thing for me is my house or my apartment is actually kind of right off of one of the main roads where there's a lot of restaurants. So sometimes I just go home and wait for orders there. And a lot of times I'll get them. And unfortunately, it's always when I go inside and I'm getting ready to just settle down and wait, and as soon as I start getting ready to sit down or something, I get an order. So a little bit of bad news, guys. I've been on this delivery for about 20 minutes now since I picked it up as I was getting on the highway. I arrived at the restaurant. They didn't have the order. I waited around. They didn't get the order. So then I tried contacting Uber support, and they are having phone issues, so I was not able to get a hold of them. So I ended up having to cancel the order, which means I won't get anything for it. Usually when you drive to the restaurant and stuff and you have issues, Uber Eats will reimburse you, but because I can't get a hold of them or anything, I had to cancel it. So unfortunately, that is a flop. And I haven't had one of these so far in my videos, but it's a good learning experience and a good way to let you guys know that not everything goes as planned always with these delivery services, whether it be Uber Eats or any of the others. You run into issues like this, you have to cancel orders, or something comes up and you have to cancel orders, and a lot of times you don't get reimbursed for it. So it is what it is. You have to take it as it comes. And right after I canceled it, I got another delivery at Mexican Village, a local Mexican restaurant. So we're gonna head off and take care of that now. Now, it is a bummer when things like that happen, but if you'd like to cheer me up and help me out a little, you can do so by hitting the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm so more people can watch this video and get this type of content if they're looking to drive for Uber Eats, and I'd really appreciate it. This is actually my first time delivering from here, so hopefully they don't take too long to get me the food. We'll see. So they were backed up quite a bit on orders, and I had to wait a little longer than I like to, but it wasn't terribly too long, and the delivery is only 5 minutes away, so let's get it. So that one took me 19 and a half minutes to complete, so not terrible, not the best. With the time we're making now, we're really going to have to get some good tips in order to beat our previous earnings per hour, but we'll see how it goes. Evening is coming, as you can see. The sunlight is going down. We have about an hour, a little over an hour left till 4 hours completed. So let's hope we get a few more good deliveries and some good tips over the next hour. At this time, I will say, if you're enjoying this content, please do hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing. And also, if you have any questions about Uber Eats or any other delivery services, questions regarding taxes, any of that stuff, I'm not an expert on these things, but I have been doing delivery myself for quite some time, and I will be making more videos on this channel about other services. I have a video of Grubhub that I made a while back, and since then I really haven't driven for Grubhub, but I do want to get back into it. And there's a few new services I'm going to be trying out, some not so well known to other people, so stay tuned. You'll want to hit the bell notification when you do subscribe if you're not already, and if you are and haven't, do that, because we'll be coming out with lots more great delivery content as well as other content. As you know, I'm also a reseller, so I post a lot of reselling content. So all the content here is to help you create a better financial future, and I hope you really enjoy it and get a lot of benefit out of it. So I made it back home, guys, and as you can see, I just got another order from McDonald's this time. It's one right down the road for me. So I'm gonna go take care of that, and the McDonald's is only 3 minutes away, and it says the delivery is 7 minutes from there. So another 10 minutes, we'll see if we get any more orders. So I am at the McDonald's, and it's going to take a little longer than I first expected. The app told me to go in the store, so I did. And then they were like, no, you can't come in here. And so I was like, well, the app specifically had specific instructions for go to this specific door, go in there. So that's what I did, but then they basically were like, no, you have to go through the drive-thru. So even though the food was probably sitting right there, and I was following instructions, but they said I have to go through the drive-thru. So now I'm waiting in line in the drive-thru. There's quite a few cars, so we'll see how long this takes. These are the things that you have to face sometimes as a delivery driver. You run into hiccups. You just have to roll with the punches. Now, on that note, I will say Uber Eats has an option. If you don't want to do the delivery, like you run into a situation like this and you think it's going to take too long, you can always cancel the delivery, and it doesn't really affect you too negatively. Although I think there is a grading system somewhere, you just can't see it. But I've canceled deliveries before and not had a problem. So that's always an option, but for me, it was the order that came up and I hadn't gotten one in a while, so I'm gonna stick with it. Sorry for the lighting, guys. I just finished up that delivery. It was 20 minutes. Yeah, I didn't end up waiting too long in the drive-thru because I just had to wait for a car to move out of my way. Then they moved me to a certain window and I got my food. And as I was coming back on the highway, getting off the exit, I got another delivery, which is only 4 minutes from me, but then the delivery distance is almost 15 minutes. So that's going to put me somewhere way up in North Fargo. And I think this will be the last delivery because I don't see any reason to get a delivery after that because it'll just push me later than I really want to do deliveries. So we're going to go pick up this order, see how long it takes, and I'll check back in with you at the gas station. Hey guys, the time is 9:19. I actually finished that delivery at 9:08. And it took me until now to get to the gas station. But that's 4 hours of delivery. And so I'm going to fill it up with gas and head on home. Looking at my mileage here, I started with my mileage right around 70 miles, and we're now 135, so almost doubled our mileage. So the way I'm going to calculate the gas is whatever we pay for the gas divided by 2, and that's what we spend on gas for these deliveries. And then yeah, we're going to wrap it up here as far as the delivering goes and head on home, and that's where we're going to break it down and see how much we made per hour on average per delivery, etc., minus the gas. I'll let you know all that here in just a minute, but we have to wait for the tips to come through, so it'll be a little while before I record that clip, but I'll see you guys here in just a second. So now we're back with the numbers ready after a few hours, and unfortunately we didn't quite earn what we had earned before in the past 2 videos. However, the breakdown is as follows. As you can see now from the screenshot, we made a total of $84.94. That money was made over 9 deliveries over the course of 4 hours. Breaking down those earnings in the app, we made a total of $55.48 from delivery earnings. We made $9.46 from a boost, that 1.4 times boost that Uber was running, and we made $20 in tips. Now, the reason we didn't quite earn it as much as we did before is because out of the 9 deliveries, 3 people didn't tip anything. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens with Uber Eats, and there's nothing you can really do about it. It's nice when people tip, but people don't always tip. It will probably be kind of hard to see the exact numbers, but I paid $3.35 in gas. When you take that in half, it comes out to $1.18 that was spent on gas. So when you deduct the $1.18, you have $83.76 left after gas for our earnings. When you divide that up by the hour, that's $20.94 an hour and $9.31 on average per delivery. One thing I failed to mention in my last video was the amount of actual miles driven on each delivery. So we drove about 70 miles altogether driving back and forth to places, but while we were on delivery, we only drove 43 miles on those deliveries. And also, of the 4 hours we were delivering, only 2 hours and 51 minutes and 26 seconds of that was spent on deliveries, and I was able to track that with the Stride app, which told me we spent about an hour waiting for deliveries or in between. So there you have it, guys. $20.94 an hour. Still not bad. Obviously not my best day, but for a Friday night, that was kind of poor, if I would say so myself. But it just really depends on the day, to be honest. That's why it's important to go out there and try it multiple days, figure out which days are best, and go and do your deliveries on those days so you can maximize your profits. And with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you're interested in Uber Eats, there's a link down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.